Hello guys, I think this is going to be the last episode for this tutorial. It is going to be short and I'm just going to explain what I did, but I'm not going to do it on this video. You can check out the code on GitHub. I'm going to post it later. So what I did was some CSS improvement and some design improvement. For example, now the size of the canvas. I have two types of canvas: the ones that you're going to see on the application and the ones that are behind with the same size as the image that you loaded. For example, the maximum size that you're going to see on the application is 300 width in order to have control over the dimensions of the application. But when you download the image, it's going to be the original image size. You see, this is bigger than the one that you see there. Also, I finished some other transformations. I don't remember which ones I finished in the last episode, but I finished this one and this one. They are very nice. And also, do you see the loading screen? I added that too. For example, these transformations takes a long time, so you are going to see the loading screen better. This still moves, like the CSS can be improved, but since nobody uses desktop applications anymore, this is the way people are going to see this application. And when you have it like this doesn't bother. So I'm not going to improve this. It's not necessary. Because the default view is this one, and when you have it like this checkbox doesn't ruin the CSS. Okay, so let me Okay, so this picture is very big. But it's never going to be more than 300 width. So in this way, it's never going to overflow. When we are in this view, the HTML expand this image, but it's never going to overflow. This is a very nice effect. I like it a lot. You see, you have the original image with the original, not the original image, the resolution of the original image. What I mean is that you don't lose resolution. You are going to see an image with lower resolution for the sake of design, but you are going to get the original resolution. What else? I'm not sure if I show you this transformation. So you can apply some cool effects, and yeah, it's working. You can add more transformations, and the process to add them is the same as I explained before. It's just copy pasting and changing the name of variables. Now I will show you the code for. So first, I made the mobile design to activate in bigger screens, like starting from up to 1100 pixels, because I like that view better than this one. So if you are like this, you get the mobile view. Okay, so well, I modified that you can modify that in this file. I also, so let me explain to you how I did the loading element. This is the loading element. Just two divs, one inside the other, with a state variable, and this state variable is true once you execute the code, and once it's finished it's false again, and the rest is just CSS. Let's see the CSS. So I put the CSS file inside the transformations folder. So you see you have two classes, the curtain and the spinning loader. The curtain is the one that darkened the web side, the page, and this is the spinning loader. Okay, so you have the curtain. This is the CSS for the curtain. And this is the CSS for the loader. Just copy paste this, and you have it. And then you have to just taking a lot of time because this image is big. Then you copy paste this one on each of these elements and these components. Maybe if you want, you can create an extra component just for this and add them somewhere else and just imported it, because it's the same for all these components. So you see, all these components have this curtain and spinner loader. Then each component has now a new and a single state variable that will handle that curtain, show us and set show. Then once you execute a function, a transformation, you're going to activate the curtain and deactivate the curtain. But you have to transform your function into an asynchronous function. Maybe certainly there is a fancier way to do that, but I just implemented a simple set timeout with 10 milliseconds, so it's almost immediately. This can be any, I'm not sure if, probably you can put just one and make it faster, even faster, but 10 milliseconds is unnoticeable. And with this you transform the process into an asynchronous process, because before it was synchronous. So you activated this, you wait for all this, and then you deactivate. But although all the processes are stopped, because this takes all the threads, I guess. So the curtain doesn't work if this is not inside an async function. So the easiest way is to implement this set timeout with a very small delay time, like 10 milliseconds. And that's it. You add this set timeout on all the functions, and then you can deactivate the curtain and activate the curtain. Now for the different canvases, the ones that you are going to see on the application and the ones that you are going to download and process, it's very easy. I just created, so you go to the main component and you see that you have two canvases, two input canvases, two output canvases. So later I realized that you don't need Yes, you do need both. Sorry. And the ones with the original resolution, they are hidden. They are still there. You can still extract the data from the canvas, but you are not going to see it. And the ones that have a small size, those are the ones that you are going to see. So then you just give to these transformation components, you give the extra input, the inputs and outputs, the canvas inputs and canvas outputs that you're going to see. It's just copy paste. Here I created these two variables for the sake of clarity in the code, but it's the same. So input canvas ID show, this is the one that you are going to see. Okay, and when you download the image, you are going to save the original image with the original resolution, and then read that image, that input image that is hidden, and change the size. In fact, I created a global variable with the size of the maximum width. Okay, so here you are going to read the original input canvas ID, and you are going to resize that image and show it there, and that's the one that you see here. The original input is hidden. You cannot see it. Okay, so you have that just to show it, and then on each of the components that have their corresponding transformations, you're going to do the same as we did before. You're going to read the input canvas or the output canvas, depending whether you want to pile up the changes. You're going to apply the transformation. You're going to display those in the hidden canvas, and then you're going to read that hidden canvas, and you're going to resize that hidden canvas and display it on here. And that's it for all the transformations. So you see, before I was given also the input canvas ID show. I was given this one too, but it's not necessary. You see, that's why it appears in this color, because I'm not using that variable. I'm just using the canvas that are hidden, and I'm just resizing the output and showing the output here. So everything happens as before. I'm just showing a resized image of what we were doing before, as input and as output. It's just to control the size. So this image is huge, like 5 megabytes, and the image is big. But sometimes I cannot, for some reason I cannot download images that are too big. It seems that it detects like a thread. I haven't researched how to deal with that. So maybe it's going to happen with these files that are too big. It's so big that this button doesn't even work. So you see I have a bag there. I have pressed this button and I didn't choose any file, and it got frozen. Okay, so let's and that's it. The changes I implemented are just CSS. They loaded the loading screen, and I added some new transformations, and the process of adding transformation is it's very similar to the ones I showed you before. So this is a nice transformation too. This is the one that change the sizes of images and rotation and perspective. And there are other transformations that are very nice too, that I haven't put them on tabs. Also, I shortened the names of the tabs. And this transformation is useless. This one is not very interesting either. So maybe I can replace these two for some interesting transformations. Let me see. So this one is the one that change sizes, rotation, and affine transformations. Rotation. So that's interesting. That's useful. So we have that one, we have that one, that one. These are histograms. These are not like the end product, they are used for other purposes, so it's not interesting for our goal. these are interesting, but they need more an extra step. You cannot just show this. So this get this image and move the image to the frequency dimension for some to say something. So it will. I always wanted to just grab a section or start like cutting and then going from the frequency dimension back and see the changes, because here if you put like a box in the middle and delete everything that is outside the box, you have the low pass filter, and if you put the box and delete all the ones inside and just leave the ones outside the box, you get the high pass filter. So I always wanted to just cut in any place and see how that affects the original image. So that can be a nice project. So and then the next like transformations, they need an extra step. For example, this one, you try to match this image and that one, but we don't have we don't have the ability to upload a second picture, a second image yet. Maybe we can implement this one. It finds lines in it looks for lines in the image. This doesn't require an extra step. Maybe you can implement these ones. This one finds circles on the image. And I also want to implement this one. From a video, you modify the video. Let's see. You see? On real time. So we don't have too many transformations left. The pyramids are like small versions of, or bigger version, and you just extrapolate or interpolate to avoid losing resolution. I think that's the idea, and they're used for other purposes. So I think we have finished. You can complete the remaining transformation. Next episodes are going to be part of a different not different, but it's going to be based on the same code, but we're going to add additional functionality. So yeah, that was the tutorial. So you have a fully functional image processing application. So that's it for today's episode. Goodbye.